you very much. Can I ask you just to say your name and also tell us which area we filmed this morning so we can pronounce it properly during the program?
Okay, yeah. Well, I'm Geraint Thomas, and today we rode from Bonvilston, like out to the coast on Ogmore, around the coast, and then through Wick, and then back in through Cowbridge. So about an hour and a half.
Cool, thank you very much. Can you briefly tell us how you got into bike racing and how quickly you stepped up?
I was going swimming just in a local leisure centre, and there was a cycle track there, and it was just an advert for a kids club that was starting, just started up. So just went along to that, and we went away racing on weekends, and just went from there really. And it wasn't until I was like a junior sort of level, like under 19, when I won the Worlds that year, and that's when I believed I could actually do something in the sport, you know, as a actual income, you know, as a, like to just race my bike and make some money out of it. So, but yeah, just started in Cardiff when I was about 10, and yeah, we were just racing on the weekends, like all through the summer. We'd like camping, and you know, we'd all go up in a minibus together, and it was just a good little social group really. And it just built up from there. I just started winning races, and yeah, and then like I said, once I got under 19 level, started winning some big races, and yeah, I went on from there. So
2008 was quite a big year for you. Can you tell us the build up to the Olympics? Well, the Olympics separate.
Well, pretty much like from 2006, like I broke into the team, the team pursuit squad, the British team, and from there it was all about like building up to the Olympics really. So it was a whole 2-year sort of cycle, and not literally cycling for 2 years, but yeah, we were just like building up all the way through, and like we had training camps in Australia, and the team was sort of like, it was a big group of us, and it kept get whittled down every sort of 6 months or so. Somebody would like not reach the sort of target or whatever, and yeah, and then the last sort of year was just, that's all we thought about. Like we were racing on the road. We did races like the Tour of Italy, and I rode the Tour de France in 2007, and but even then, like in the back of my mind, it was still all about the Olympics on the track. So it was a big build up and a lot of pressure, but yeah, we went there and it went really well, and yeah, all that hard work paid off. So
what did it mean to you to be representing the UK at the Olympics, and also tell us about that semi-final and that crazy final?
Yeah, it's strange really, because when you're training and you're thinking about the Olympics and that, you're in your own little world, and you're just thinking about your opponents and stuff, and you don't really see it as like this massive sporting event. Like, you obviously know it's big, but you don't get caught up in thinking, oh, this and that. You just get out there and do your job, and then you get to the Olympics, and we're in our own little bubble, in our own little world, and you know, we go to the track, and then we're back into our rooms in the village, and you don't see anyone else from the outside world, and you may speak to your family, but that's about it. And then obviously we got to the race, and like we were going really well, and we were just like on a dream ride really, and we smashed the world record, and we nearly caught the team, and it was just unbelievable. And like stood on the podium, it still didn't sink in. Like we got the medal, and it was just a weird feeling. And then to come back to the UK though, and just see how much it meant to everyone back home, that was the big sort of surprise really. And you know, seeing all the newspaper clippings and all the interest on the news and things like that, and it was quite strange, because like my best mate was part of the team as well, like Clancy, and yeah, we were just like, it was strange for us to see how much, like, you know, like builders and stuff like cheering us and like shouting well done and things, when they're the ones usually just giving us the abuse on the road, you know. So it was special, and yeah, really nice, and I just can't imagine how big London's going to be now. So
what was the atmosphere like in the team? You're saying your best friend was there, but it was quite a compacting, and also the old cycling team in Beijing was very popular because so successful. How was it?
Yeah, like the track squad had a real good atmosphere really. Like the sprinters and the endurance riders, like there wasn't any, like, you know, it wasn't two groups. We were all like one big group, and you know, people like Chris Hoy and that, and you know, you can just joke around with him, and you know, make jokes about his mum and things like that, you know. And like he went on and won 3 medals and's like a superstar, and but to us, he was just a normal guy, and we were just having a good laugh, and it was a good atmosphere to be around. I think that was a big help really in the build-up, and like Bradley Wiggins and Paul Manning, they were in the team with me, and we just like being around each other as well, which helps a lot because we're basically living with each other for the year prior to the Olympics, so it would have been quite hard if we didn't get on. So yeah, it was happy times. Yeah.
When, as a spectator, you watch the track and you watch the road, it seems like two completely different worlds. You do both. I mean, you concentrate on certain things at a certain time. But what do you think the track brings to the road to you, and the other way around, the things you take?
Yeah, they definitely complement each other in that the track is it's fast, it's short, but it's like your cadence, like the speed you pedal is a lot faster than on the road, and everything's a lot closer. Like in the sprint events, they get really close and they're like elbowing each other, and I think just the bike handling and things like that, and just the actual raw speed that it gives you on the track helps a lot on the road. And then the road, that gives you the strength then to just ride faster for longer on the track really. And things like the Tour de France and the Giro, the Tour of Italy, things like that, is they just give you so much depth and just strength really, and so you can like train that bit better on the track, and it just gives you that, just that endurance really. So
moving on to the Tour de France and the Giro d'Italia, what's your experience of that? I mean, it's such a different event in the number of people competing, how long it takes, the amount of stamina you need. What was your experience of the previous time you've done it, and what do you think you need to improve to do even better?
I think like the first time I rode the Tour, it was in like 2007, and I was the youngest guy in the race, and I didn't really expect to. Well, I didn't expect to be there. Like I think they only told me a month before, and I just went there. It was all about experience. I wanted to do a week and then just see what happened then, and I ended up finishing it. But I was just so tired after it. Like each day was a massive sort of fight to just finish that stage, and then like a few nights, like I just was off the bike and I was just thinking, oh, there's no way I can start tomorrow, I'm that tired and stuff. But something just makes you get up in the morning and you think, oh yeah, I'll just do one more day. And as soon as you get on the bike, then you don't want to stop. You have to finish that day. And it just went like that for the last 2 weeks really, like, and then eventually finished. But it definitely gave me that confidence and just made me so much stronger as well. And then this year in the Tour, it was just completely different. Like, I expected to, well, it was my goal to go there and ride well. And so that was the build up all the way through. I was always thinking about that since like November last year. And it went really well, like better than expected really. And like it started well in the prologue and it just sort of rolled from there. Like I had got in that breakaway on the cobbles on the third stage, and ended up taking the white jersey, which was a massive bonus. And to wear that for the first like week of the Tour was just really special. To be sat like second overall was unbelievable really. And it's a race I've watched since I was like 10, and to be there wearing a jersey, and it was just a really weird experience. And it's definitely the best my best road sort of highlight in my career for sure.
These roads as well on stage 3 were the same as the Paris-Roubaix, aren't they? So, and it's somewhere where you had success before. Did you think that it helped you, or you had more confidence, or it felt, like...
Yeah, like I rode Paris-Roubaix this year, and it definitely gave me just knowing the roads and like the way the sort of race sort of happens. Like it's a big fight, big rush to the cobbles just to be in good position. So I was like ready for that. And yeah, it definitely helped. Obviously, when I won it as a junior, it was a lot slower that we went across them. And but yeah, I think it definitely helped, like knowing how to ride them, I guess. Yeah.
Is climbing a completely different story?
Yeah, it's just I don't know. Climbing just it's one of them things that, like for me, if you're not like naturally good at it, it's something you have to really work at to do. Obviously you've got to be the right weight to start with, and then it's just sort of that threshold power and being able to just hurt yourself but know your body enough that you don't go into the red too much, and then because in the Tour, like, you could be climbing, like, in the whole stage you could do it 3 hours uphill, say, so you don't want to be going like 100% on the first climb and then, you know, being with the front group and then just blow in on the last climb and coming 20 minutes down. So it's I think it's just knowing yourself and knowing your body and just training more and more in the climbs, and like the heat and things as well. Like obviously Cardiff, you don't get the same climate as you do during the Tour de France. So like obviously I live out in Italy and during the summers, but I think it's something you just get more and more used to. So yeah, it's definitely something I'm going to start looking at in the future. So hopefully I can climb a bit better.
Mm-hmm. You had 2 really bad crashes with severe injuries. How tough is it to come back to competitive level, but also how much do you learn from those crashes and how it affects the future?
I think obviously the latest one where I broke my pelvis and things, I think just learned to take it a bit easier, take it a bit steady, like, because there's sometimes when there's some points in the race where taking a risk is okay to do it, and then there's some points where you don't really have to, if you get me. Like, you know, in the crunch moment of the race, if you take a risk and something happens, then, you know, you can deal with it because it was like critical part of the race. But yeah, sometimes you just gotta think, oh yeah, is it really worth it? If I crash now, is it going to make much difference really? So that's the major thing I've learned. But just coming back from injuries, I've always had a good support around me, like with the team and like British Cycling and things like that. So I've always had good Swannies and good like physios looking after me. So you know, and doctors and things like that. So that's definitely made a massive help. And obviously the coaches as well were really good. Like Matt Parker looked after me really well, and he was with me in the lab every day for like 2 weeks, just riding on the indoor trainer and when I was coming back. And so yeah, definitely the British Cycling and Sky and things like that definitely helped. Yeah.
You I'm going a little bit back to the track, but you hold the record for the 4,000 meters in the current position. How do you feel about, some people say, oh, you should estimate that you have it because the position Chris Bowman had is no longer legal. What does that record mean to you?
Yeah, well actually Jack Bobridge went a bit quicker because recently, but it was really hot there and stuff, so you could just ignore that. I've got the fastest one. Oh, right. But no, I think it would be nice if they, you know, got rid of, because we can't ride that position that Boardman did the time in, so I don't see why that time should still stand. But I don't know, that's something for the UCI and that to deal with. But I still think I can go pretty fast, a lot faster than what I've done already. So yeah, who knows, I might be able to get his record anyway in the normal position now.
You're not going to the World Championship anymore. Can you tell us why and what's your future, the immediate future in road racing?
Well, I just like decided, like with my coach, that I wasn't really, I wouldn't be as good as what I can be for it really. Like, it's been a really long year, like from November, the build up, and I feel starting to feel a bit tired now, like mentally as well as physically, you know, because it's a lot of pressure. And I think obviously the Worlds, I wouldn't want to go there and just be, you know, 90%. I'd want to be there like 100% and going well and really up for it, and because it's a massive race and it's a hard course this year as well, and you know, it's not something you can just go light-hearted about. And plus it's all the way in Australia and you go away for 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, and I wouldn't want to go there and just end up, you know, maybe getting off with a lap to go, or, you know, not finishing. So it's basically because of that. I just don't feel I would be at 100% really. So, but in the meantime, I'm still racing. Obviously, I don't feel bad, but I just don't feel like, you know, what I was during July and June. So so in the meantime, I've got the Tour of Britain, sorry, and then I'll be going to the Commonwealth Games to ride the track and the road there. So it's really good actually, because obviously you don't get to ride for Wales very often, and it's only once every 4 years. So it'll be nice to go there and represent Wales and get that jersey on the back, and hopefully bring home a medal.
Who do you think will be your main opponent?
In the individual pursuit, definitely Jack Bobridge, who went faster than my time just recently, and there's not a New Zealand guy as well, Jesse Sargent. So should be a good race actually. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
The individual pursuit is no longer an Olympic event. It's a real shame because there are many people that wanted to see you against some teammates. How do you feel about that, and what's the look at the next Olympics?
It's obviously a big blow really, because there's a lot of good guys coming through now as well. There's obviously Bobridge, like I said, and there's Jesse Sargent, Taylor Finney, Brad obviously, myself. So there's a good like 5-6 guys who, you know, can ride really world-class times. So it would have been a really good race and a good competition, but you know, that's again, that's for the guys in the suits to decide. But yeah, it was a blow and disappointing, but they brought the Omnium in now as well, which not too sure how that'll go, but yeah, luckily I've still got the team pursuit, which I rode last time, so I'm going to give that 100%, and then yeah, we'll see what happens.
That's the preparation like for the next Olympic, and what it's going to mean. So that it's, you know, it's almost
yeah, being in London is just unbelievable. It's just can't really imagine what it's going to be like and the buzz around it all. So yeah, that, come the end of next year, that's all I'll be doing then, just the track and thinking about that. So yeah, it's looking good at the minute. We got like British Cycling have got we got quite a good number of guys coming through now. There's a lot of young guys wanting to do it, and there's a good fight for places now. So, and that always helps just push everyone that a little bit more. So yeah, we're all looking forward to it, and I still speak to Ed about it like every so often about the track and how we're going to beat the Aussies and, you know, get one over on them again. So yeah, it'll be good.
I know I've got one more question that is not a bit silly, but yeah, I was told that you had a special suit to receive your NBE. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, I just I bought a suit especially for I can't remember when I bought it now. What did I wear for my MBE?
Isn't it the when you got free?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah, which one though?
Oh, expensive.
Was that the Sky one?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, we got given suits from our team Sky for a presentation, so yeah, I wore that to go and see the Queen in, and, you know, look a bit smart, you know, making the effort, look good for her. She didn't turn up actually, it was Charles that gave him out, but, you know, still looked good for him.
Somebody told me that you asked for another one for speeding.
Who told you that?
It's a friend of Chris with some great places. Yeah. He asked if from M&S if you could have another one to appear in court because it wasn't speeding.
Yeah.
It was quite funny.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I wasn't concentrating for a minute or so because I don't usually speed, obviously. But yeah, I just it was because I've been away and things, and I missed and my license got lost in the post, and I ended up having to go to court and things like that. So yeah. I didn't have to go in the end, though. It was all sorted out. But yeah.
Last question. What are your big hopes? What do you still feel that you want to achieve? You're still young.
Yeah, obviously there's a lot of... The Olympics is, I guess, the next massive goal. And after that, I'll all be on the road then and see how far I can go with that. And, you know, obviously keep trying to improve there on all the aspects, really, like my time trialling and climbing and things like that. And then, because I rode well in the Classics this year, and obviously the Tour went well. And so, yeah, I'll just keep doing what I'm doing and hopefully find out what I'm really best at and go for that, really. So, because it'd be amazing to wear the yellow jersey at the Tour. That's definitely a goal. And then, yeah, we'll see.
Cool. Anything you want to add that we haven't talked about?
No, I'm all right, actually.
No? Cool. Alright, thank you very much then. Thank you.